I'm here in Phoenix right now. We're here at the headquarters of the Cavalera camp, and we're about to head to Vegas in a few hours. So we've just been going, man.
Yeah,
It's been good. It's been good. Been a good tour. I saw
looks like
you on the first show. I saw you on show number one.
yep.
Yeah, that's right. That rules.
Louder than life. That was fucking wild, dude.
Were you there all 4 days?
hmm
How was it? Was awesome.
Yeah, like what I saw that was great. Of course, fucking day one with Cavalera and Down and Slayer and Lamb of God and like
That was um an epic day. Like for us fans and friends and musicians, that was just a big day of lots of good music. But the vibes backstage, that was the best part. It was everybody was just so happy to see everybody, and everybody brought their A game on stage. So that was a good day.
they fucking did. And like there was a long time, sorry, like
All
Lamb
good,
of
brother.
God, dude. I love Lamb of God, and all those dudes are always super, super nice.
So cool.
To see them like come out and crush. I was a little pissed off. Yes, John, I'm talking to you that they didn't play Sepsis there and like leak it at all. I understand why. Holy fuck, dude. Like,
Yeah, that new song's the jammer, man. It's heavy, and they're coming back, and they're coming back swinging. So that's if for the metal community, that's what we need right now. So it's good, and lots of good bands putting out new music at the end of 25, walking right into 26. So it's just looking like next year is just going to be another solid year of new tunes and fresh new metal. So that's great.
yeah, all the PR people are like the beginning of the year is going to be insane for releases. So I'm really excited to see like what's coming down the pipeline. But most importantly, Chama.
Chama.
Dude, that's out in what, 15 days, 2 weeks about, something like that?
Yeah, it's out on October the 24th. Today is the
The
8th or the
night.
ninth. The
Today's the
ninth,
ninth, so
okay.
2 weeks from tomorrow.
All right. It's coming, man, and I am absolutely ecstatic about the whole album and the release of the new Soulfly album, Chama. It's a lot going into this album, and it's gonna be big. And again, back for metal again. It's good. It's good. It's fresh, and it's what it's what we need, man.
It is, dude. It's really good. It's really good to see like being old, being old metalheads like we are, to see the Cavalera brothers fucking playing. And I know they've been playing for, back playing again for what, 10 years about. Um, it's really nice to see that. It's good for me to share that with my kids because I remember, seeing Sepultura in its fucking, in their heyday. Like I love being able to share that with my kids, and I hope that they love it too.
It's
But hope,
very it's very important. It honestly is. It's a big deal. There's a lot of levels to these shows, It's deep. It's really deep. And when you get to share them with your children, it's even more deep because the history goes so it goes so far back, with the band you're watching, with yourself, with the memories that it takes you back to when you were seeing those original shows. And then now to have your kiddos there getting to experience that with you, and you're still getting to see the band that you've been a fan of and that you got to experience as a young metalhead. It's such a cool feeling to get to do it with your kiddos. It's super cool.
yeah, for sure. There was who was I was talking with someone. Who was I fucking talking to? I was talking with fucking Richie Cavalera, dude, talking about like one of the step fucking tours I saw with, it was Biohazard, Danzig, and Ozzy. He's he's like, I was like 7 at that time. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like I was much older, but what a fucking what a killer tour that was, you know?
Yep, I honestly love hearing these stories. You meet people throughout the whole world, and everybody has a different story. Some people saw this show, some people saw that show, and to hear the stories and to see the enthusiasm in their face as they're telling you these concerts that they got to see, it's always cool to hear, man, to hear these crazy lineups that people got to experience, back in the day.
For sure. So let me ask you this. This is the first Soulfly album that you are a part of, right?
This is it. This is my very first album with Soulfly, album number 13 for the band. My first, I've been calling it, and I've been telling my friends, I mean, it's called Chama, but underlining it, I've been calling it Lucky 13 because it's the 13th album, and I'm coming in on the 13th album. So just very blessed and very fortunate to be here at this time. And Chama is coming at you, and it's my first album with the band, and I'm just very proud of the work that I was able to contribute to the new album.
Hell yeah. So, like, how does it make you feel? It's so weird talking to you because I feel like you have this touch, like you you are surrounded by greatness and you are greatness yourself. Let us not take away from that because like
Thank you.
watching you fucking play is like when you're on stage, dude, you have this smile on your fucking face that just won't go away. I fucking love it, you know?
I appreciate that. I get that often from friends. They're like, "Man, you're always smiling and you look like you're having a good time." Fans tell me that all the time. It's a good feeling, and honestly, I'm having the time of my life up there, man. It's always a great feeling to go perform for people, but to be up there with Max and crew, it's a great moment, and to be playing these songs, these new songs, the old songs, it's just it's a cool moment, man. And I always say life's too short to be, to be in a bad mood. So when I go up there, man, I try to have fun and bring the game, bring the shred, man, and still have a good time doing it, because that's all, that's what it's about for me. So it's cool. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it really comes across that, I watch the fucking every time I see you, I try to be, Mike's side of the fucking stage wherever you are. And I like not only do I like watching you perform, I like watching the fucking crowd get into like the energy that you fucking put out. And every time I've seen you, I've only seen you with legends, fucking,
Thank
of
you.
course, Soulfly and Anselmo and the Illegals. Like, what the fuck?
Man, it's honestly a trip. It's a trip, man. I always just want to be cool. I like to be easy going. I like to, I just like to go up and have a good time and be easy going. So to be able to go up and jam with these legends again just a very heavy metal blessing, man. Just I love being surrounded by greatness and good times and good vibes, and everybody's just always super cool, and you get just being super cool right back. Being uh being able to record an album with Max and do this Chama album has been a really, really big deal because back about 10 years ago now, almost 10 years ago now, we did an Illegals album. So I got to do an album with Philip Anselmo, which was the Illegals. It was his band, it was our band. It was no holds barred, and it was a moment in my life that I will always cherish, to be able to be there and to write and get in a room with Philip, and put out an Illegals album. Then you fast forward to 10 years and to do the same thing with the legend, the riff master Max, man, Max Cavalera, and his son Zion to get in a room with them about 10 months ago, 11 months ago now, out here in the Arizona area, and write what is about to come at everybody, and it's called Chama. To be able to get in a room with those guys, hear all of Max's demos that he has just had throughout his career, and throughout his, you know, his history. He stacks up all these riffs and ideas. It was really cool to see that come to life, and for us three to be together and kind of just make it all come to life. I had some ideas. He had some riffs. Z had ideas, and it was just a very cool moment for all of us to come together and write this new album. And it's going to be really good. And then Dino came in, and after I was gone, and he did a song with the guys. And then there's definitely some guests, but to be able to be a part of it all was just was a big deal, man. And I'm very thankful for everything.
It is a huge fucking deal. And then, you mentioned seeing each other at Louder Than Life. For me, that was a little surreal because, of course, we're standing there chatting, and all of the fucking Lamb of God guys are there in this circle with us. And I'm just like, holy fuck.
It's it's pretty cool, man. It's again, as a fan, as a fan to be standing there, it's cool, to see, a band that, one of the big bands right now, one of the heavy, heavy hitters. And they've been a big band for a long time, but you know, it's just real cool. And to be able to call a band like, say, Lamb of God, those are our, those are the homies now. Those are the
Yeah.
homies. It's really cool. You see the guys, and it's all love, and it's all hugs, and it's all how's everybody doing. It's more of just catching up with your friends, and that's just the best part about it. Everybody's just super cool, and everybody's just friends. So it's super cool. But yeah, I definitely remember a couple weeks back, man, just catching up with you, and the band had just got off stage, and they were walking back to their room, and stopping by to say hi and see everybody. That was a cool moment.
That was a super cool moment. But you were not there performing. You were there in your secondary role, I guess, as you
Oh.
were teching for Cavalera and for Down.
Yes, yeah, let's talk about that. This will be my first time getting able to ever to really talk about doing tech work and doing being able to perform on stage with Soulfly and crew, man, and Max and crew. It's awesome because as a kid growing up, guitars, man, were always what I was into. I was always into guitars. I wasn't really, I mean, I partied, but I was never, getting tore up. I was always into music. So to be here today and to be able to call my job just working with guitars for a living, rather it be playing on stage for thousands of folks or a few folks, performing with my instrument in hand, and then being able to flip the script and be able to do some tech work and still have my instrument in my hand, handing it off to my guy, but having the guitar instrument right there is super cool, man. And I love being able to do both sides and working for the Cavaleras, whether it be doing Soulfly and performing and getting ready to do these new tunes, or working for Cavalera and getting to see Max and Igor every night, and getting to work for my friend Travis, who's a shredder, and my other homie, little Igor over there on bass, is such a treat. And also getting to to tech for Down at Louder Than Life. That was my first time kind of sort of branching out and working for other bands as well. But it's just really cool to be able to do both sides, to stay on the road, and to keep the road going, and not stopping. Being able to do both sides has been another blessing, to stay on the road, and keep grinding, as I say. We've been on the road almost Half the year, if not more, this year, going with all sorts of bands. Oh yeah, I got to tech for Nail Bomb as well a few months ago in Europe, and that was such a treat again to work for Max and one of his other, infamous metal projects, man, and him bringing that back and being able to perform those songs for everybody and everyone to get to hear those songs. But yeah, being a tech has been awesome. I love guitars. I love being able to work for the Cavalera crew, work for Down, work for, in the future, if someone else needs some work, hopefully if I have some time, I'll be able to come out and to do some tech work and keep on grinding. But to be able to get ready to do, we're about to go on a Soulfly tour and start promoting this new album, to get back on that side of the stage and perform, which I absolutely love to do. I love jamming up there, man. So it's great to be able to do both sides, and I'm very happy to be on the road, being able to either perform for our fans or to be on the road changing some strings on a guitar. I appreciate both of it, and I'm very happy to be out just grinding away for everybody. It's awesome.
And it's a lot of you. I said it once, I'll say it again. I said it at LTL. Congratulations on the purchase of your first home. Like all of this work to get you into that position, and of course, let's not leave out your wife, right? And the work that she does also. But together that partnership has, I feel like it has really driven you both to where you are today, which is it's fucking fantastic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a lot of work, and I'm gonna shout out my wife and say thank you for all she does, and I'm also just gonna shout out the wife, the support community, the partner community. Um, us guys being away on the road, and sacrificing from family, from our children to our wives, and vice versa. It's a lot on both sides. As you say, I just bought my first home, and I'm absolutely super happy to have a home now. I have a home for my family, and to be able to provide for my family by doing music and guitars is super unreal, man. And but very appreciated at the same time, deep within, man. She puts in a lot, and I put in a lot, and when we were able to buy a house, and my family is secure and everybody's good, and so I appreciate that. It's been a lot of work, man, trying to make this happen, but it happened, and I've only got to see the house about 4 days in between tours. Everybody's there, we're good, but me personally, I'm ready to actually spend some time in the house and spend some time with the kiddos. I didn't really get to see it or hang too much being doing this, doing music. So at the end of this tour, I have about a 10-day block before the Soulfly tour starts. So those 10 days are going to go quick, but I'm going to try to take advantage of that, of every single second, and take the kids to school and pick them up and cook dinner, and the whole shebang, man. It's a daddy mode, full throttle. So I miss it. So I'm ready to get back to that, and then get back busy supporting this new Soulfly album on the road. We're doing a nice 3-week tour before Thanksgiving to end out the year. So I'm ready for that and ready to get back on stage.
Hell yeah. Do you know where all you are going on that Soulfly tour?
It looks like as of right now, we're going to be doing 3 weeks. It's going to be us and Max's other band, Go Ahead and Die,
Yep.
which is kind of a rarer band you get to see. It's going to be a West Coast run, so it's just going to be mostly West Coast for now. We have some other things cooking, that will come down the line for sure, and we'll be able to get out there a little bit more. But for this run that we are about to do, it's going to be a 3-week run, and we're going to be mostly on the West Coast doing some shows, and I'm looking forward to it, man. It's going to be good. There'll be some good shows.
Yeah, I think as far east as you're coming is like Wyoming and Colorado, right in that area, which sucks for us, but you know what? Like it is what it is. We'll just have to prepare for the 26th return of Soulfly to the east.
That's the best way to put it, man. Just the return is coming. Chama is on fire. The band is going to be locking in all over again, hitting this run. And in 2026, we are most definitely going to be coming out swinging, supporting this new album. And I cannot wait to play some of the new songs. We kind of debuted one or two songs overseas in Europe, and we shot a brand new music video for Nihilist over in Sofia, Bulgaria earlier this year. So I'm just ready to play some of those new tunes, man. Very ready to rip those songs. It's gonna be
Hell,
good.
hell yeah. So what's the I don't know if you want to give it away, but what does the set list look like? Is it new album heavy or are you I mean 13 fucking albums to pull from. That's a lot of material to choose.
It really, really is. It's a lot of material. Max is a metal monster. He just does not stop, whether it be Cavalera, Nail Bomb, Soulfly, Go Ahead and Die, Killer Be Killed. I mean, he has so many projects and he does not stop. So 13 albums from Soulfly, a lot of material to cover. And honestly, as of the set list, not that I'm gonna give it away, but we are going to be getting together soon before the tour starts and going to be locking in all the details of what we will be performing on the future tour. So as of right now, I gotta say it's it's probably just going to be a mix of everything. A little bit of new, a little bit of old, but it's up to Max and crew, to for all of us to get that figured out soon. But we'll have a solid set, I will say, and it's going to be good. I love playing the old songs. Being a teenager and seeing Soulfly as a kid, and now performing those songs, and even throughout the discography, it's always been some solid tunes and some groovy tunes. So I'm looking forward to getting to jamming the Soulfly set again with Max and bringing the bounce. Honestly, I love it. I love bouncing up there. I love getting the crowd, energized, and Max does, and so it's good, man. And while we're on the subject, real quick, I want to say we got a new bass player, man, and his name is Chase. Chase Bryant. He is also in a band called Warbringer, and he's been jamming with us for this past summer tour. He will be doing the tour with us coming up. He's been awesome. He's been doing a great job. Great dude. Good vibes, and looking forward to getting back on stage again with Chase, man. So I just want to send a little love to my bro, and it's gonna be good.
That new Warbringer album's fucking killer too, dude.
Oh, dude, those guys are more metal monsters, man. Another band of just crushing dudes, crushing groove, and ripping thrash, man. It's great.
Fuck yeah. So what other bands you think other people should listen to? Flesh Hoarder. Um, like out there.
Man, I've been jamming all sorts of tunes. Like newer bands. I mean, th the names are out there, but obviously I play in another death metal band. We're called Flesh Hoarder. We're gonna be dropping some new music soon. We have a couple of albums out. If you're into low down tune death metal from Texas, definitely check that out. Um, I've been jamming. There's this band out of Ohio called Sanguisugabogg, and they've
Their
been
new
on the
album
scene
comes
now.
out tomorrow.
Yeah, they have some new material coming out tomorrow. If you get a chance to check them out. I've been jamming them tunes. I know Max has been jamming them tunes as well, so I've been digging those guys. Um, let's see, who are some other newer bands I've been jamming on? There's a band that the guys have been talking about lately in the camp. My homie Travis has been jamming this band called Chat Pile, who seem to be making some waves. So check them out. Um, and then I'll bring up one more Texas band. There's a band from Texas making some noise right now. They're called Horrific Visions, and they're super sick. They put out some tunes and up and coming band. Check them on out if you get a moment. So, underground stuff, all sorts of stuff. And then you got the Lamb of God putting out some new tunes, the homies there. You got all sorts of bands going to be dropping stuff. I've also been jamming a band called Kubla Khan. They're from Texas
Oh
as well,
yeah.
but yeah, Kubla Khan's been bringing some really heavy riffs, and it's a real fresh vibe too. If you know, so yeah, all sorts of good tunes coming out, man.
Yeah, they just did they put out like a single with Ant Pile 1 and 2 on it, and the disc has got it's fucking ants. It's like a picture disc with just a bunch of fucking ants on it. It's cool as shit.
Yeah, and their live show has been pretty wild, man. They're definitely a band to check out. You know, I've been digging them the last couple of years or so. I've been jamming them too.
Yeah, they're on Headbangers Boat this year.
Are you going to be on the boat this year?
No, we bought our tickets and shit, but my wife she got diagnosed with breast cancer at the beginning of August. So she got a double mastectomy and she's still got I think like 4 or 5 more procedures to do before the end of the year. She just went back to work like Monday.
Okay.
So we're like, okay, no, take care of your health. That's the number one thing. We can do Headbangers Boat next year, whatever. Um, she's like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, like I would much rather make sure you are good than
Definitely.
than to chance something happening, whatever, in
And
Mexico or
you're
what have you.
Yeah, and you're on a boat somewhere, you know, in the middle of the ocean. Definitely you know, health for sure first, you know, for sure. And I send well wishes her way, man, and you know, all the good vibes to both you guys. Y'all are good people for sure, man, and total metalheads and supporters. So, you know, well wishes her way, and we'll see you back on the boat. You know, I'm sure we'll see y'all both at some festivals soon. So for
Oh,
sure,
for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure when you guys are on the road fucking next year, we'll fucking run into each other again.
I can't wait. It's always a
We
good
do that a
time.
lot. Yeah, for sure. What what song on Chama for you really like stands out more so than the rest of them?
Okay, that's a really good question. The whole album is really good. There's 10 tracks coming your way, and I've been going over all the songs, kind of refreshing my mind, getting ready for this new tour. And as I listen to the album, it's really good. It all flows one after another. But the most special song I would say is going to be the last tune of the album. And if you go look on Spotify or the stuff, you know, Apple, you can see the song titles. But the album, but the song Chama itself, it's the last song on the CD. I'm really proud of that one. It has this really melodic ending, tribal ending at the end of the song. It's really heavy, really groovy, slamming riffs. But when it ends on like a really positive, it's a real uplifting piece of music. And to be in the studio when that was being created and the sounds that we were coming up with and dialing in and really experimenting with, to hear that now as I listen to it, you know, when it gets to that part of the song, it's almost I look forward to that because it's after hearing a ripping album of you know of heaviness, and then to get to this really nice piece of music to kind of fade out the album it's really special to me. And I'm really proud of that song Chama, and it ties in the whole album. And you know, I really like that tune. It's a special tune, so that would be my favorite tune. And hopefully we'll get to be able to jam that one on the live setting and play all that for everybody, you know, so that
Hell
would be the
yeah.
tune.
Well, that was, it's something that always drew me to Max and Igor. Like I feel like they always tried to bring in like those tribal elements, their whole fucking career, which, back then and now it's still like something that no one else really does. Like some people, I guess, try and do it, right? Obviously, the influence that the Cavaliers have had on fucking everyone, but no one can do it like them.
It's It's a really special thing. It's a brothers thing. You had Eddie and Alex, you got Max and Igor, there's a brother connection. You got the DeLeo brothers from Stone Temple Pilots on bass and guitar. Like these pairs come into bands, and when they lock in from an early age, it's something really special and dynamic. It's just something that just kind of just it comes from being, just naturally comes, man. And as um as a young metalhead, jamming Chaos AD, jamming Arise, jamming Roots, jamming Beneath the Remains, those specific albums, in my lifetime, in your lifetime, and in many metalheads around the world, millions of them. These albums from these brothers and these guys, these two brothers are a special thing, and today in 2025 to go up and even not to play, just to be a tech and to work and to see the two brothers every night in, night out, perform Chaos AD. I mean, what a trip. It's absolutely cool, man. Really surreal to see these two guys work. Even at sound check, I love that I get to just kind of be a fly on the wall and see this at sound check, to see all four guys discussing stuff, to see the brothers discussing ideas and riffs. It's just like two brothers at 15 years old doing the same thing. Let's try this, let's try that. But you got Max and Igor Cavalera, man, and they're up there working out ideas, working out chugs, working out drums, tribal. It's a really cool thing to see and to witness. And again, excuse me, to see these two guys perform Chaos AD. And earlier this year, I was on one of the other tours that they were doing, and they were doing the early stuff, and it was brutal and fast and ripping. And to see this part of the guys' career and them doing Chaos has been super cool, man. They're doing the whole album, the acoustic song to everything, and it's really cool to see these guys, Max and Igor, ripping together all these years later, man. It's super cool.
Fuck yeah, it is. God, I'd never thought growing up that I would be 50 years old and excited to go see fucking Chaos AD, like what the fuck?
Yeah, it's cool. You see all ages, which is great. As Max says, the tribe. The tribe coming into Soulfly. I knew about the tribe. It was the Soulfly tribe, but now being in the Cavalera, the camp, and in Soulfly myself, the tribe, it's a deep meaning. It goes a lot further than just the word. It's deep to a lot of people. There's a lot of people in this tribe, the metal tribe, man, and it's really really cool. And Max has them by the palm of his hand every time he's up there, and it's cool to know how deep that tribe really runs.
Fuck yeah, it is. But so I know we kind of touched on it when we chatted before, but Max, like he has lost so much weight and he looks like he is in maybe not the best shape of his life, but he is in fucking really good shape right now, like crushing it. Like, what do you know what he did to get into that spot?
I'm gonna use one word, and that word is just focused. He has just been focused, determined. As you can see, he is just trying to get in shape, get back to the roots, get back to the early, ways and days. And he wants to be able to keep staying on that stage and go home, rest, get back on stage. He's just been taking care of himself. He's focused, and he's ready to keep the metal alive and well, running right into 2026. It's been a really cool journey being alongside him these last 4 to 5 years and see him turn on that switch. It's really cool to see that fire burn, which again leads to Chama, that fire, that soul inside you, flame coming alive, and it's really alive in the band, and you could see it in Max. You could see it, right in him. He's ready to keep the metal going, and he's focused right now. So, he's been taking really good care of himself and staying on the road, and just grinding away, man. So, it's been good. We were all by his side, and we're all grinding and trying to travel this world and play these songs. So it's good.
Hell yeah, that's real good. What's the one thing that you've maybe not, I know you've learned probably a lot from, the working with the legends, but is there like one consistent thing in your career that you've learned from them, whether work ethic or whatever?
Yes, most definitely, man. I I I started jamming with, back in the day I was jamming in MOD with Billy Milano. And at the time when I was a little kid, that was a big deal because I was into it's still really cool. I was into SOD, so that was the beginning of starting to get around, some bigger names, so that was and to see his style, you start learning, along the way. Then I started jamming with Philip, and you really, really get to see, the level, that these legends are on. And it really, for me personally, what I took in and moving on, and now that I'm jamming with Max and seeing it in Max, 1,000%, the humbleness, being just down to earth and being humble. These guys, these legends, the resume on each of these people, speaks for themselves. These are legends, and everybody is, in today's world and life, for all these guys today, they just want to, be alive, be, jamming. Everybody's super cool. That's one thing I've learned from being around all these guys and all these legends is just be cool, be humble, never, ever, ever take it for granted, just I always tell everybody, this is my saying, and I need to make some stickers out of this, but I always say, go with the flow. Just go with the flow, just every day it could be something else. It could be a great day. It could be a, not technically a bad day, but problem here or problem there, getting in the way of your day. You just got to go with the flow. And that's one thing being around these legends I've definitely learned. Just be cool, go with just go along for the ride and be humble, man. Be humble as possible and smile, be happy, enjoy every single moment you can. And keep being yourself. And that's one thing I've learned from being around these guys, being around Max and seeing how he is with his family and his grandkids and Gloria and the whole family. Everyone is just such a family oriented lifestyle, them having their family out on tour and seeing that day in, day out these last years, you know, being around Philip and the family, the illegals and, the things that we all went through. It's just being humble, man, being cool. And like I say, go with the flow and just be cool.
Yeah, I think a lot of people need to. I know there are days that I need to learn how to go with the flow better than what I do. I think we all could use a fucking bit more of that sometimes.
And to throw it in there real quick, maybe hit a little weed. smoke a little weed, everything will be all right, man. Everything's cool. And if you don't do weed, that's totally cool. But that's my thing. Smoke a little weed and just go with the flow. Be happy and enjoy each moment. Just try to be cool. And problems happen all the time. And I try to just, look at the light at the end of the tunnel. At the end of the day, I'm gonna get back to my family. At the end of the day, we're gonna be okay. I'm gonna get back to some Chinese food, or I'm gonna get to my bed at the end of the night. It might be a little bit of a struggle to get there, and it is, but it's always just go with the flow. Everything will be all right, and just be cool, man.
Yep, everything's gonna be all right.
That's right.
Yeah, so funny. Uh, did you go see 6 Feet Under on their last tour?
I was fortunate enough to see 6 Feet Under in Mexico. We did a festival with Cavalera earlier this year in Mexico. I believe it was in May, and that was the time I got to see them. I didn't get to see them back in the States because I was on the road, but fortunately, I got to see them in Mexico, and I watched the whole set side stage, and I got my 6 Feet Under fix because it had been a really long time since I had seen them, 10 or 12 years probably, and they were on Summer Slaughter, whatever Summer Slaughter that was, long time ago. I saw them that year in San Antonio, so to see them in Mexico City was super super cool, and I took advantage of it because I didn't get to see them on their current U.S. run.
You know, uh, Chris sounded so fucking good. Like I was honestly, I hadn't seen him in decades, and then all I hear is, "Oh man, Chris is like really struggling," and I'm like, whatever. So I didn't have real high hopes, but then, dude, he came out and fucking was on it, and I was like, all right, that's the Chris that I remember.
Definitely, he's back on top of his game. I know they just had to recently cancel a tour, trying to figure some things out. But physically, his voice is back up there, and the E's and the lows, man. He's crushing. The band's crushing. All the guys are. You still got Jack up there, and the band's
Jack
the
and
band
Ray and
and Ray and Jeff and Marco.
yep,
So yeah, and Chris, man, it was good to see them jamming again, and everybody was saying that Chris sounded great, so it was good to see them again.
yeah, it really was. It's good to see him. He's another one, right? He's got such a storied like career in music, and I chatted with him. I guess after it was the first show in January in Nashville. I chatted with him for a minute. Like, dude, you sounded good. He said, good. I've been sober for like 2 years, I think, at that point. He said, and he's really been working on his voice. It's like, all right, like, good for you, dude. Like, this is what we want. We want someone who's gonna, you know what? Like, sometimes we do whatever and we don't stay on our exercise routines, but we get back on it and fucking get back on that horse and just come out crushing. Like the amount of people that same thing I saw that were so impressed with how he sounded and his performance was astonishing. It was amazing.
It is, man, and oh man, with metal and the world, you just got to be very thankful for each day that we still have each other and these metal icons, So to be able to hear Chris Barnes up there, still up there crushing is a treat, a metal treat, man, to still hear him up there and, again, focused on trying to, get his voice back in the best shape is super, super cool, man. And being a long time, Cannibal Corpse fan, early days, and then 6 Feet Under, just being a fan of Chris and his work is great. And it's good to see him back up on top, trying to jam again for all his fans. So it's cool.
Hell yeah. Okay. Flesh Hoarder. What do you guys got going on?
Oh, dude, thanks for asking. Okay, Flesh Holder, we just tracked a brand new song. I tracked it in a 4 day little span that I was home for 4 days, day three, I got into a studio for a couple of hours, tracked a brand new song. But we have nine brand new songs written for our new album. It'll be coming out sometime in 2026. The guys are starting to track everything. I just need to get some time on my end and make my way into the studio and track my part of the album, my rhythms and a few leads. Band is focused. We just did a couple of shows opening for Pantera, King Parrot, and Amon Amarth in Texas. It was super cool, especially being on the Dallas, Texas show of the tour. Pantera's hometown crowd. Such a legendary night, and to have Flesh Holder, these five metalhead dudes from Texas going up there and just crushing the stage with these bands was a really big deal to us. And we're still super thankful to Philip, Kate, and the house core crew for always helping out all the bands. And that was a big couple of days for Flesh Hoarder. We have a show coming up actually next Friday. We're going to be on the Cavalera show and the Fear Factory tour. So I get to do some tech work, and then I also get to perform. I love this, man. I love metal so much, and being able to jam with Flesh Hoarder, and then still have my big brother Max, the whole crew, everyone's gonna be there, and then I get to go jam too. Is just a big deal for myself and for the band. So we have that show next week in Austin, Texas. And then we're going to be releasing our new album sometime in 2026. And if all goes well, it'll be out on Housecore Records, working with my big brother Philip and putting all that out there, and that's what the plan is as of right now. And it's going to be a very focused Flesh Hoarder album, dark, heavy death metal, man. So can't wait. Thank you for asking. Band is on fire. Real quick, while we're on the subject, I want to send a shout out to my bro Javier real quick because he's been holding it down in my place while I've been away. He fills in for me on my part of the band, and the band stays a five-piece. And my bro Javier is a big part of the band behind the scenes and on stage too. So just want to send a little bit of love over to my homie and the rest of the guys. But yeah, new music coming your way, and can't wait for some more shows coming up soon as well.
Are you guys going to take Flesh Hoarder on the road?
That is the plan, man. We definitely are anxious to get out there and branch out some more. We've done some shows abroad, but we definitely would like some time to fit in all of our schedules and get out on the road and support some new music as well. Maybe jump on a solid tour opening up for somebody and get on the road and do a few weeks. That would be an absolute treat. I'm, super busy next year, and got to make some time. But that is the goal for Flesh Hoarder to get out. And again, if you haven't heard of the band, check out Flesh Hoarder. Go online, look up some videos, check out some tunes, and if you like death metal, you'll like us, man. It's super sick death metal. It's super heavy, man. So yeah, check it on out.
Yes, it is. I had a good chat with Nick fucking uh, last year. We talked about the band for a while. You guys always
Great.
have some really cool fucking shirts too. I'm like, damn. I look down, I'm thinking, oh, I got a cool shirt on. No, I don't. It's all black. What the fuck?
Yes, speaking of shirts, we're repressing a new shirt for our show with Cavalera next week. So anybody who picked up old merch 10 years ago and wants to get a repressing of a shirt that we haven't repressed in 10 years, can't give too much away about the shirt because it's a little offensive. But if you're at the show, jump on in and grab something while you can. It'll probably sell out quick, but anything we have left over, we'll put on our Bandcamp page, and we'll put it out there for everybody to get. But we're going to be repressing an old shirt for the show next week.
Hell yeah, that's super cool. So go get them. Go get you
Yeah.
a fucking repressed shirt. Um, when you guys, when the album comes out, are you going to do vinyl?
Yes. Let's shoot for that. Yes. We'll we'll get that situated and figured out. But let's shoot for some vinyl for some flesh order. It's overdue and
Yep.
let's make that let's manifest that for 2026. Yes,
Hell
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Let's do some vinyl. Um, they do such cool shit with vinyl anymore that I love it. And I sent you that song earlier from Redivider, and their vinyl is going to be this like orange, I think it's like orange with like red fucking waves in it or something. Dude,
So
it's going
cool.
to be super fucking dope. What did you think about that song?
That song was good. I really, really dug it. The production was really good on it. I jammed it probably about two or three times. The guitar work was great on it. Shred solos, but also a lot of soulful playing in those solos. And that's what I personally like to latch to. There's so many shredders out there that just noodle and shred all day, and that's great. But I like to hear some soul and some feeling when it comes to
Yeah.
guitar solos, and that tune you sent me was great. Some blast beats, and another thing about that tune was it had riffs. It's good to hear riffs and breakdowns and some structure to a song, and that 3 minute tune had everything in it, and it was good. Vocals were heavy, bass sounded clear, so it was a good tune. I definitely liked it.
Yeah, those dudes fucking they absolutely rip. That is I asked about Flesh Hoarder because I would love to get Flesh Hoarder here playing with Redivider because I think that fucking bill would
That would be
rush.
that would be awesome, man. That would be a great build together too. Those two bands, us two bands, that would be a good night right there. A good night of some good death metal right there.
Fuck yeah, dude. We need some good nights, some good fucking death metal.
We need to
Uh,
make our way up there,
yeah,
man, for sure.
for sure, dude. If you guys just let me know, like we'll get you taken care of. Like you'll be fed. We can house you. Fucking, we'll get you thrown on shows. Like, yeah,
Perfect. We'll talk for sure, man.
hell yeah.
We got to
Mike,
do it.
I don't know about you, but it's getting late for me.
All good, brother. I appreciate your time, Tom. You have always been a huge supporter of metal, and you've been a big friend of mine for the last few years, and I appreciate your time as well, man. Before we go, I just want to say, everybody, check out Chama, October the 24th. It's coming at you. Max has been calling it tribal technology. It's going to be sick. My brother Z was a big producer on the album, helping out Arthur. A lot of work went into this album, a lot of metal and a lot of groove. So I cannot wait for everybody to hear this new album again. Thank you for your time. New Flesh Order coming down the way, and we'll see you out there on the road supporting this new disc. And it's going to be good, man. Thank you again, and everybody check out Soulfly Chama.
Hell yeah. Mike, thank you, dude. You're a fucking rock star, and I appreciate
Thank
every
you.
conversation we have.
Always a good time, man. Always fun and just easy going.
Hell yeah, dude. Have a great night.
Thank you, brother.